got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You got a right to an attorney prior to and during any question. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one for you. Do you understand your rights?
When the wolf is at your door, your running's over, that's for sure. He already knows all about you. Cut you down, no matter by you. Now you better walk the line. Real life, real crime.
Warning. This episode of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast, may contain descriptions of acts of violence or that of a sexual nature and should be for people that are 18 years or older. Heed my warning, people. I do not get the facts of these cases off of the internet or from some television show. The facts I'm retelling you were presented to me by the victims of the crimes or the perpetrators who committed the crimes against the victims. My descriptions of the crime scenes, what I saw with my own two eyes. If you're going to get offended, please turn this podcast off now. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Woody Overton. And lifers, you did it again, okay? You did it, you did it, you did it. And now I need your help to bring it home. And so what this podcast drop is about today is really about y'all, but I need some help, and I'm going to ask you for it. And you've always done it in the past, and hopefully we can get it done this time too. So what I'm talking about is the People's Choice Podcast Awards, okay? And that's the longest running podcast award show. It's the first one that was ever made. And they're 17 years old this year. And it's the People's Choice, y'all. It's not getting paid off by big corporations and, whatever. This is the people that do the voting on this. And it just rocks. I've been very, very blessed. The first year when I was nominated in 3 categories. I was nominated for Best True Crime, Society and Culture, and Drama and Storytelling. I made the finalists for Society and Culture and Drama and Storytelling because y'all voted, and then I won it. Best podcast in the world for drama and storytelling. The next time I was nominated was last year. I was nominated in 4 categories. I made the finalists in all 4. Y'all, by the finalists, I mean they take the votes and add them up, and they give you the top 10 from all the votes. And I think there were over 4.5 million votes cast last year for this competition. And last year I made the finalists for all 4, which is a big deal, right? Top 10 for all 4 of the categories. And I won it for Best Male Host in the world of a podcast. All genres, not just true crime. And I did it because of you, the lifers who voted for me. And it's awesome. It is such an honor. It leaves me speechless, all right? And in the first time I won it for drama and storytelling, when we were practically brand new, it was amazing. Winning the best male host in the entire world blew my mind, okay? But now you've done it again. I have been nominated for the People's Choice Podcast Award in these 4 categories. So I'm going to tell you about them real quick, and I'll explain stuff to you. So the first one is the Adam Curry's People's Choice Award. Y'all, that's the big enchilada, if you will. That's the one. If you make the top 10 for that, it's really special. And I did make it for that last year. Didn't win it, but I made it. So I was honored to be amongst the the top 10 podcasts in the entire world. The second category, we're again this year, I'm nominated for Best Male Hosted Podcast in the World. We won it last year, people, because of y'all, and they can never take that away from us. And it's beautiful to be up for it again this year. Holy smokes, you should see the competition. So the next category is Storytelling and Drama. This is what I won it for the first year because of y'all. And the competition is stiff, people, on all these categories. But you did it before, we could do it again. And finally, the Best True Crime Podcast, right? Now, that goes without saying that what the competition is. All the big shows, so much bigger than Real Life Real Crime, but they don't have lifers. I've got lifers. So let me tell you how to do it. It's a little more technical this year because they're cutting out a lot of the bullshit and the people who try to cheat, and I get that. So the only difference is this year they want you to verify your email. So you're going to go to www.podcastawards.com, okay? That's www.podcastawards.com/app/sign-up. And you don't even have to put that in. I did it myself, y'all. I just typed in, I think, www.People's Choice Podcast Awards or something like that. And it brings you to the link where you get to vote. So you press on it that you want to vote, right? And it says, are you a listener, a podcaster, or both? Check listener if you have a podcast, and certainly check both. Then they make you enter an email. That's no different than the previous years. Then they make you enter a password. That's no different than the previous years. But the next step is when you enter that password, they're going to send you an email to that email address that you put down. You go click on that, you click on the link in the email, and it takes you to the voting process. And I agree with it. I think a lot of these people using bots and shit like that, I mean, I'm glad they're doing this. But I know it takes an extra second or two, but you could do it. And if you would do it, I'd just appreciate it so much. But so when you click on it and it's verified, it takes you to the screen where all the categories are. Now, at the top is another one that I'm going to ask you to vote for. It's the most influential podcaster of the year. I'm going to ask you to put down Woody Overton, Real Life, Real Crime, okay? And they're actually going to recognize 5 different podcasters for being the most influential in the year. So it's a blank screen. You'll see it, most influential podcaster. Type in my name in Real Life, Real Crime. Okay, then you go underneath that, and there is the first one is the Adam Curry's People's Choice Award, and y'all, that's just it. That's the big enchilada, which I don't expect to win it. If we make the finals again for that, I'm blessed, right? But doesn't hurt to try. So you scroll down underneath that, and there's a ton of podcasts on there. But you scroll all the way down to the R's, Real Life, Real Crime. Click it. And then the next category is Best Male Hosted Podcast. Click on it. Scroll down till you see Real Life, Real Crime. Boom. Click it, right? Then the next one is Storyteller and Drama. Same thing. Click on it. Scroll down till you see Real Life, Real Crime. Boom. Select it. And finally, the category of True Crime. Same thing. Click on it. Scroll down till you see Real Life, Real Crime. Click on it, and that'll submit the votes. Now, let me ask you to do this too. You know, Jim Chapman is my producer now. We're going to have a big announcement about a new podcast coming out also real soon. But he has Local Leaders, the podcast. Last year, Jim Chapman not only got nominated, but he made Local Leaders. Not only did they get nominated, but they made it to the finals, which is a huge deal, especially for a show that's much younger than Real Life, Real Crime. But he got nominated again this year. So please, when you're going down the list, it's way before Storyteller Drama and True Crime. They have one for business category. It says business category. Please take a second, click on that, and scroll down and click on Local Leaders, the podcast. I really would appreciate that. It's really special to homeboys from Livingston Parish, from the LP, being recognized worldwide. It's really, really special. But we can't do it without y'all. And taking the extra second to verify your email, I think it's very important. I think it's going to cut out a lot of the BS. But you can only vote once from each email. Now, guess what? I've got like 5 emails. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to vote for myself 5 times from the different emails, okay? So you can vote as many times as you want to, as long as you're using a different email. And, so important. When they ask you, there's a box on there when you're signing up. They ask you, would you be willing to be a judge for the finalists, right? So that this first 30 days, when we're trying to make the top 10, that closes the last day of July. Then it comes out who the finalists are in each category. If we make it, we make it. If we don't, whatever. I expect that we're going to, because you've done it, each year we ask you to. But check that box that you would like to be a judge for the finals. And we had so many lifers message me last year, and so many people that listened to Local Leaders podcast last year messaged me and said, oh, hey, they contacted me back, and I got to be a finalist judge, right? And that's a huge, y'all. So make sure you check that, and it doesn't take long, and you don't have to vote on every category. You especially in this period where we're trying to make the top 10, just go hit. First of all, type in most influential podcaster Woody Overton, Real Life, Real Crime, and then the categories: Adam Curry's People's Choice Award, Best Male Hosted, Storyteller Drama, and True Crime, and for Jim Chapman, Local Leaders, the podcast under business. I'd be humbled if y'all would take the time to do that, and I am going to ask you to do it, and you're going to see us promote it this 30 days. You know why? Because this is a Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl for us. It gives us the recognition that y'all have given me, right? By being fans and being lifers. And I never get tired of people coming up to me and or messaging me or whatever. I try to answer everybody and everything. And I think sometimes people trip out because I'm like just a down-to-earth, genuine person, just like I am behind the microphone. But I think that all the lifers are a family. I know this. We're together, and we've grown together, and we've grown so big, right? But we're not as big as some of the biggest shows in the world. But we're up against them again, y'all. So please, please, please take the time. The links will be in all our social media. We're going to talk the shit out of it for the next 30 days. And be sure to check that you would like to be a final judge if you want to. And vote once from each email, and tell other people. If you're sitting beside somebody else when you're voting, shit, get them to vote too. We need it. You look at the shows we're up against, and the list is long and impressive. And these people they've been around for a lot longer than us. Some of them been around for a lot longer than us. Their shows are in the multi-million-dollar shows and stuff like that. Again, I don't have all that, but I've got lifers, okay? Local Leaders podcast, Jim Chapman, under business. Y'all, if you're going to take the time to vote, please vote for my brother from another mother. He produces Real Life, Real Crime now. So it's very important. I guess I could keep running on and on about it, but you'll hear again. You're going to get sick of hearing the next 30 days, I'm sure. But after that, when it goes to the finalists, they take the people who are willing to be judges. When you sign up at the beginning, they'll contact you again to that email and say, hey, here's the deal. Here's who the finalists are. Please make your selections. It's wonderful, right? My wife, Cindy, got to be a finalist last year. They just picked random people, a certain percentage of however many people that voted. The other judges are professionals or professional podcasters, et cetera. So you have the People's Choice and you have some professionals, and they take that mixed number. They go in and listen to the top 10 in each category, and then they decide who they vote, and those votes are tallied, and that decides who wins. All right. So, and we've won it twice before. I mean, I've been nominated now 1, 2, 3, 7, and this 4. I've been nominated like 12 times, and we've won it twice because of y'all. All right. And just stick with it. Real Life, Real Crime. We got a lot of stuff coming. Also, Scorched Justice, or my second podcast, season 2 has been delayed until September the 6th, I think it is. It was going to be July the 5th originally, delayed to September 6th. I'm going to do an announcement about that. But please, last time, you're going to get sick of me hearing it. It means the world to me. It means the world to my family. It means the world to the people that work for Real Life, Real Crime. If you could please take a moment and go to the People's Choice Podcast Award and vote, okay? And then if you can like it and share it, it's important to us, and I appreciate y'all. And LOPA, Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency, if you're a lifer from Egypt and you want to be an organ donor, you don't have to be from Louisiana, but you can go to lopa.org. That's Louisiana Organ Procurement Agency.org, but it's just LOPA. lopa.org. Take a moment, sign up, give the gift of life and sight and everything else those wonderful people at LOPA do. People are dying every day. If it's such a small percentage of a chance that you will ever be selected for the process, but if you are, you're going to be dead. It doesn't matter, okay? And that your organs can go and save other people's lives. And there are people dying every day waiting on organs. LOPA.org. Sign up to be an organ donor. Be a hero. Give the gift of sight and life and everything else. And please go vote. And I'm Woody Overton, your host of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast. Until next time or ever, don't let me catch you down on Murder Bayou. Peace. Real Life, Real Crime is a true crime podcast brought to you by your host, Woody Overton, executive producer, Jim Chapman with Envision Podcast Studios. Your music is provided by Chase Tyler and the Chase Tyler Band. Follow me on Instagram at Real Life, Real Crime or at Overton Woody. Check out our numerous social media pages. Also, go to the App Store and download our free Real Life, Real Crime community app, which contains all things real life, real crime and true crime, and uncensored and run by me. Wherever you listen to a podcast, go like, subscribe, and review to Real Life, Real Crime or my other podcast, Scorched Justice. Thank you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney prior to or during any question. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one for you. Do you understand your rights?
When the wolf is at your door,